Been practicing your dance steps, me dear, 'cause we're about ready to run rings around Captain Malala in her swads. The Yellow Jackets been pressing their investigations into the treasures that were cloyed from the Maelstrom tub. But, as you know, we've got our own network of coves what don't miss not while the goings-on about town. As for the sharp end of the job, it'll be you, me, Underfoot, and the Stray. Let's get down to business, eh? The cab's late to the feast, so I'll just make sure we're all on the same page for the now. When you get down to it, we have two goals for this job. Bite back them 3 treasures, and mill the coves what cloyed them in the first place. You can be sure that the Yellow Jackets sure be doing her damnedest to beat the marks, and beat us to them. And seeing as the fate of the guild is at stake, we best not drag our do-beaters on this one. I say we grapple the baubles afore she's even lifted an anchor, and give her a proper region to rage against us rogues.
You seem awful keen on this contest all of a sudden, Jack.
Well, here's the thing. I sent me a grievance to the Thalassocracy regarding the Shrew's challenge. But them paper shuffers don't care a whit as long as one of us gets the job done, and I always get the job done. So I figured I'd sail with the wind rather than against it. Besides, we wouldn't want to shirk our duties and force poor Captain Malala to blunder about in the scary Darklands now, would we?
Oh, how very gentleman of you.
Well, them's the cards what we've been dealing with, ain't they? Now stow your quips, where the hell are your eyebrows, and let's hear what you've learned about them bloody treasures already.
Why, the treasures? According to the manifesto that the Maelstrom vessel, we're looking to buy back the Cerulean Star, the Silver Sorrows, and something called the Black Sarcophagus? Oh. Now, aside from fancy names, I was able to whittle a few more details. The Cerulean Star, for starters, is a big old blue diamond, like cerulean colored or something. It shines, well, like a star, I suppose. Then we got the Silver Sorrows, a pair of earrings that once graced the wattles of Sultana Uldar. They're supposed to be like silver. There was a tale there, but one that don't concern us at present is very sad, like sorrowful. Lastly is the Black Sarcophagus. This thing, well, I'm afraid that one remained a mystery no matter how much I poked and prodded. What the hell's a sarcophagus? In any case, all 3 of these trinkets was recorded as spoils from the official pirateering raids. Now, as you know, a pirate will usually sell his plunder through a reliable fence. Sometimes, though, holding an auction is the only way to offload goods. What is too extravagant is just too bleeding rare for the average coal to deal in. They use things like Party Finder. Our 3 wondrous trails fell into the auction-only category. Well, then the biddings began in Airport. The Thalassocracy weighed in with its ample purse and made off with some unmatchable offers, then organized a tub for the merchandise to be shipped back to Limpsa.
And that is when our marks swooped in and picked up their transport clean. I had a few wids with them Maelstrom sailors as survived the attack, and they pointed the finger at the grinning curs. Problem is, not one coal's been tied or hair of the curs, not to mention their bloody ship since the raid.
I'm sorry I'm late, Jack. Oh, but you'll want to hear this. Some of the cargoes, what's been cloyed from the transport, is just found during a routine inspection at the Lithogren checkpoint.
Lithogren? Oh, have the curs made landfall then? And what are the treasures? Any mention of them?
Oh, not that I've heard, but the Jackets ain't done shaking out all the boxes yet.
then we'd best get eyes out there, quick like. Meet ya, underfoot. You're fresh for a run, ain't ya? Are we allowed to use mounts? I have a bird I could ride.
Come on, Colt. I'll race you to the checkpoint. Man with the eyebrows is slower.
Oh, I know what a sarcophagus is. I don't believe that our little man knows what a sarcophagus is. He was so on point to describe cerulean star to me. Alright. Oh, it's supposed to shine like a star and be blue like cerulean. Thanks, bud. Such wisdom from the man without eyebrows. Such wisdom. Such wisdom. Alright. And of course he's here first.
Oh, I won our race. You owe me a pint. I didn't set the stakes until after I knew I won. Japes aside, it looks like the cab was right about the cargo. From what I've been able to catch from the swads at the gate, it seems the peddler was boned for carrying goods and was known to be aboard the transport. They carted the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still there. I saw a pair of jackets carrying the boxes up the wooden ramp. We need to know what's in them crates. I get the feeling they won't open their gans for asking, though. Nor while this fool's challenge going on. You think you could skulk over there and see if they found them treasures yet?
I guess. Aren't you capable of doing this? It feels like he could have done this before I ever got here. Alright. 2 yellow jacket soldiers are inspecting the seized cargo. If I approach them while cloaked, I should be able to listen in on their progress.
This is all junk. No diamonds, no earrings, no bloody black sarcophagus. Looks like we'll have to lean hard on that skinny peddler if we're trying to find them treasures.
The sergeant says the merchant's still pleading ignorance. Claims he hired to carry the goods through the checkpoint and not else.
What a pile of puddle shite. I'm guessing the pirates split the cargo and are trying their luck at every checkpoint. Captain Malala's already given orders to double guard and inspect every cart and wagon that comes through.
It feels like... Nice and quiet. There's no way they saw that. I appreciate my mount neighing at them.
So they found naught of value, huh? Many. No, we'd lost the contest for sure before we'd even properly started. We had to wait for you to go and clear out Sastasha and all. You're such a staller. Now, but be that as it may, something don't add up here. Why would you order a call to carry the goods through the checkpoint? No smuggler is that daft, surely. And even if by some miracles of gods you squirm through Lothringen without raising a fuss, why would you risk taking the merchandise back to the city that you coined it from? No, there's a bigger picture here. We need to take a step back to see it. Now, assuming the Curs hired this peddler to do their dirty work, there'll be someone in the shadows has brokered the deal. I just happen to know Gove what makes it his business to oversee these kinds of shady arrangements. The thing is, the Black Marketeer bloke changes his haunts depending on how the breeze blows. Quite literally, in fact. I seem to recall the Navigator's Veil being shifted to a westerly this morning, so that'd put him, Tilla's Rest. Nice and close. Why don't we go ask him a few questions before we get back to the guild?
Alright. I assume you're gonna beat me there, because you weren't flying on a big fat bird chasing a piece of cake. And because the technology for you to follow me slowly didn't exist for many years after this. I'm excited about what that means for the story. I thought it would be more with how much they promoted it going into Endwalker, but it's still a big start over where we are. It basically puts them on /follow. Alright. Well, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I pride myself on the memory of faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions.
By attacking me?
Annoying flea should flee!
Oh, you're getting wrecked. I'm 5 levels above you and in dungeon gear, man. You get wrecked. Alright, alright.
Oh, the dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I've peddled my wares to your kind since the upright thieves stalked the night. Speak, what would you have of this humble merchant? Whoa, still tormenting the courts, eh, Grandad? We've come for information on smuggling job. There was a peddler that was caught with the Grinning checkpoint, moving merchandise for the Grinning Curs. Pleaded innocence even when he had the screws put to him. You wouldn't know all about that deal, would you? Oh, every last sordid detail. Not a single grain of soul and sand passes through the shadows without my knowledge. But such prickly wisdom lodges tightly in one's throat. What have you brought to ease the pain of its passage? Oh, spare me the theatrics, Grandad. Here's your usual purse. The sum is paid, the deal is made. May my answers sate your fickle hunger. Your hapless peddler was indeed innocent. He was but a beast of burden employed by associates of the Grinning Curs, and likely knew naught of his freight's tainted nature. A pawn, if you will, a convenient decoy. There are those amongst my acquaintances who specialize in providing such services. My, that's what I thought. The Curs wanted that call to get caught. And now that the jackets have had a taste, they'll waste their time yaffling every shite pie that comes through the checkpoints. Meanwhile, the real treasures are hid away in the Darkmans, along with the Grinning Curs. Not the Darkmans, Master Rogue. The Mist. You can never trust anybody who can secure a house in this realm. They're all just ridiculous people, growing Thavnarian onions to extort their fellow sellswords. Aside from the traveling merchant, the Cur's associates have spent coin on another piece of this little game of theirs. A navigator, one who is practiced in piloting a vessel through the Doxy's Pool. The Doxies? Oh, the gods only know how many ships have sailed into the fogged soup and never come out again. And that's where you say the Curs have gone to ground? Now, there's a trick that took some bullocks. Once their hunted tub was sitting dimmer in the mist, I would have thought it easy to have these associates of theirs ferry the junk goods to Lenosha. Then the canny coves just needed to wait for the peddler to get boned and draw the glazes of the Yellow Jackets inland. We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for open waters.
A fair appraisal of events. Now that you know the location of your marks, however, it will not be so difficult to track them down. The Doxy's Pool was once an impenetrable shroud, but ever since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Narrow your search to the heaviest banks, and you will soon uncover those who wish to remain unseen. But now, a warning. The mists conceal other dangers besides dogs that you seek. Some say they have parties that reach so far and wide they can be found on billboards in distant lands. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. The banhammer, if you will.
The chopping block? You can't mean... No way. But why would somebody do that? It seems I found myself another lead to look into. You hurry on back to the Jack and tell him what we learned so far.
Oh. I hope we might do business again, young rogue. Pray be mindful not to lose your head in the course of your duty.
So when they say mists, are they talking about like the mists that break Hullbreaker's Isle? I reference the zone because I think it's fun, but are they talking down here, the archipelago? Gobbles, what's going on? Alright. There's a lot of references here. Alright. Like, I don't know geographically where they're looking. Because it's so vague when it comes to Lenosha. They reference mist all the time, just as a concept of, like, weather.
About time, lad. I was gone so long, I almost sent the stray after you. What happened to Underfoot?
He's looking in the mists. Is that a bad thing?
So our Mark and their bitten baubles are snug inside the Doxy's Pool, huh? I'll not discount the old man's warning, but we may not have a better chance to crash the curs and gobble them treasures. We board their ship right now. You, me, the cab. I suppose we'll be needing ourselves a tub for the voyage. I'll have Wids with Swarscent. See what the dry docks can spare us by way of a ship and a reliable crew. Get your kit together and meet us there.
It is. It's the freaking housing district.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, there's no way they're referencing the housing district. I think it's funny if they reference the housing district, but there's no way that's actually what they're saying. It's a lot funnier if that's what they're saying, but, like, no way.
All right, me dear. I've pulled in some favors, and there's a crew what'll meet us close enough to scamper aboard the Cur's vessel. It'll be cramped upon that deck if we try to mill the whole lot at once. We'll soon find ourselves up against the rails. So we go in quick and quiet, and try to knock 'em off a few at a time. Well, Colt, are you eager to test your sea legs?
Absolutely. I am on board. I am 100% on board.